I heard my mama say all men are dogs, and though she don't mean that shit, she repeated it so much, I started to believe that shit. She said all men are dogs, and though she don't mean that shit, she repeated it so much, I started to believe that shit. I was too young to understand sarcasm. You couldn't tell me nothing. My mother was just as stubborn. Papa wouldn't argue with her, so she thought that he didn't love her. She got that foolishness from my auntie with her single ass. I remember it. I was in the kitchen washing dishes while long distance listening to my mama while she's sitting in a chair, getting locks twisted in her hair, and the logic that my auntie said got it literally twisted in her head. She's like, in this life, love be no fair. For these experiences, there be no fare that you can pay off with C notes there. It's a different one. Dollars not accepted, insufficient funds. Because for this love learning, keep in mind that it only take the currency of time. So time went on and she got with this nigga that was treating her wrong. The whole time I was peeping it. First she would speak with him, and she thinks she need a man, so now she got to be with him. He take her out, treat her nice. Next thing you know, she'll sleep with him. Months down the line, he keeping them eyes black, but she don't fight back unless it's right back to be with him. And I don't like that. Or the fact that she be believing him when he sell her bullshit. You think she be leaving him, but nope. Instead, she just watched him because she said being lonely is not an option. But I'm young. So instead of me reading between the lines and seeing my mama's thinking needed be realigned, I saw the example to see in time, and he was Harley's, but regardless got treated like he was prime. So with me seeing this, you know what happened to me inside? Myself turned to me and said that I wanted to be this guy. Mama treated him so good, but he do it so wrong. But she just put up with it and been through it so long. My daddy didn't do it, but she said to him so long. So I kind of think this dog-ass dude is so on. Mama said all men are dogs, and though she don't mean that shit, she repeated it so much, I started to believe that shit. Time passed, and she's saying the same quote to me. So now I'm thinking that this is the man I am supposed to be. So I soon replaced the word man with dog, and it didn't seem that bad of a word to me, because when you think about it, man's best friend, that's my dog. What's up, dog? Who, her? I go and come, but gee, I see she stays, so if I'm a D-O-G, then she's my B-I-T-C-H. My mama said, all men are dogs, and though she don't mean that shit, she repeated it so much, I started to believe that shit. Because, you know, I got with this girl that broke my heart, and I was pissed because I let what she did affect me so much, because I couldn't get back at her and be her equal. I was taught you got to get them first, or it's your ego. I didn't learn equal. So I set out to make people feel like I felt, because hurt people hurt people. Plus, my papa, he just a sucker. Mama didn't stay and go with him, and for whatever reason, she with this homie that's bogus, so I'm going in. One of the many I was sexing I've been knowing for years, she opened up to me exposing her fears. I told her what I had to. I'm blowing smoke in her ears, clouding the thoughts, just like dude did mom while he was holding the rear. I said I want to take time off because I was bored on the real. She told me, you broke my heart, but I'm ignoring the tears. Now I got 2 more girls and 4, switching a different pair of women doing mental damage, but shit, man, I didn't care. Watch, rinse, and repeat after I spill out the plan. More random sex to temporarily feel like a man, because when I tell guys, they respond positive and make me feel like the man, even though after I'm done coming, I feel like a young dummy that's horny and less of a man than I am when I'm telling that story. You see, the last woman that dated me, she said she took a chance because she wasn't believing the hype, nor did she care that my reputation preceded me. But when she left, she told me that she needed me to understand that she would not be dogged or mistreated, so she was leaving me. I waited for her to call me a dog. But in the last of her speech to me, she said she wouldn't because somebody had just misleaded me. And these quotes echoed and repeatedly played in my head, like an indecisive haircut his hand without his barber license for slicing and then another strand. Yeah, brother, man, it's deeper than just macking, right? She said I wasn't acting right, and that dog word just described what I was acting like. It don't make me that just because of what my actions is. It's just a slang far-fetched noun, posing as an adjective, taken out of context, given another definition, and spoken said through this mother of learning and repetition. She say, it don't make me that just because of what my actions is. Dog is just a slang far-fetched noun, posing as an adjective, taken out of context, given another definition, and spoken said through this mother of learning and repetition. Niggas ain't shit. All men are dogs, and though she don't mean that shit, she repeated it so much, I started to believe that shit. So what? Now you saying that I'm crazy? You saying that's how I'm not supposed to treat a lady? You saying that's how I'm not supposed to be behaving? Well, before you take that critic seat and proceed to degrade me, remember you haven't seen what I seen and didn't raise me. The makings of a dog.
Yo, what do y'all think of Brandon Alexander Williams so far?